1 minute here for it to load. My computer's moving slow.
I don't have.
Oh, I'm there. Just popped up. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, bud? What's up? Hello, Shane, Cheryl, Anita. Everybody, hopping on.
They're all coming back to see what we could possibly have to say this week.
I know.
Right?
Yes, Shane's already on the ball. Thank you for sharing. Look at that. You go, boy. And I'll take that as a reminder so I can share as well.
And I will do the same.
Never know what to say here.
We just say nothing. It's that awkward silence, and then.
No, I mean on the share post.
I'm talking regular old awkward silence. Okay, guys, don't forget to share this feed because there could be a prize in it for you. Just
Could
saying.
Be. Could be.
Just saying.
Maybe not. Maybe there is.
Or maybe.
Why doesn't it want to share it to the mainstream house? I want to share it there.
It's already there.
I know it's not letting me share it to my own page. Oh, there we go. Share my time. I'm so Facebook illiterate. It's time for our week show.
We got lots to talk about, so we'll be with you in 1 second.
Oh, we got tons. Sit back, grab something to drink, something to eat, little chips and dip.
We always got stories, right? We got good stories this week.
We were at Spooky Empire all weekend long. We have stories.
We got stories for you.
There was drama. There was fights. There was even a fire alarm pulled.
We didn't fight or pull the fire alarm.
Osceola sheriffs everywhere.
No.
They were.
Well, kind of.
They said there was 12 cars in the parking lot. It's because Michelle walked in and they needed security.
Not even.
Security came in and they moved all those people to the side.
Not even.
Don't let her fool you.
No, I wouldn't dare. All right, so let me make sure that I can't hear myself, which I can hear myself. So this is our Halloween show.
Wow.
Not like we haven't been talking about Halloween for 2 months now.
2.5.
But but we're gonna continue talking about Halloween just one more week.
It started mid-August, didn't it?
It did start mid-August, yeah. So it's still, you know.
Halloween gets more time than Christmas now.
It's been quite a long Halloween season.
2.5 months for Halloween. It's gonna be 2 months for Christmas. Halloween outbeats Christmas.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But we got fun stuff to talk about.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff to talk about. Okay, so you want to I think that's about as many shares as we're going to get today.
Are we good?
I guess that's it.
Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live, show number 29 for October 29th, 2018. I am Scott Atwood.
And I'm Michelle Atwood.
And we have a show for you.
Do we ever?
It's huge. I wish I had special effects, so I go, it's Halloween, like the thunder of lightning. We need a special effects person, so if you're an FX person and you're bored on a Monday night or just have nothing else to do, come on over.
I like the speaking of effects, I like the Haunted Mansion banner. It looks different.
Yes, did everybody notice that?
I mean, you can you can still see our living room back there.
Yeah, you see more. We need like a 20 by 10 banner that completely hides everything.
I know. It's funny is like when I watch the shows back just to see how much of a mess they were. I'll see the cat walk by in the background or like the dog like walk by.
If you see those blinds move, it's usually the dog.
Yeah, usually. Okay, let's get to it.
So, as we've been telling you guys for weeks, this weekend was Spooky Empire here in Orlando. For those not familiar, it is a horror pop con that is just probably our favorite in the area, actually.
It is our favorite. I like it better than MegaCon. I like it even better than Walker Stalker. Yeah. I like it better than most conventions. I was never a convention girl. I know you're surprised. Before we started doing this, because I was like, ugh. But
if Tom Hiddleston was at every convention, she'd be.
You know what? That does not count because that's just you can't count that.
He's Comic-Con Arizona this year. Next year.
All right. Anyway, but before we talk about Spooky Empire, I just want to tell you that we had, the Mainstream House kicked some butt this weekend, and let me tell you why. You talk about teamwork. We had a whole bunch going on, and we needed help. I mean, you're probably thinking they always need help.
Not just at Spooky Empire, though. We always need help.
We always need some help.
Medical.
Yeah, mental.
Psychological.
Yeah. So.
Somebody to cook would be nice every now and then.
Him and I were at Spooky Empire all weekend long, so we had that commitment, and it was quite a commitment. We'll talk about it.
That was from Thursday morning, and I still feel like we're still there today.
I know, I'm so tired, you guys. We'll do our best. We had.
If we both fall asleep, just turn off the feed. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, I know. We'll shut it off when we wake up. So we had Suzanne covering at Comic-Con in Virginia on Saturday. Mm-hmm. We had Robert covering at Walker Stalker Atlanta. Scott and I were covering Spooky Empire all weekend.
And Jack was watching out the window here. So.
And Lindsay was covering the grand opening of World of Disney store, like the official opening at Disney Springs. So we covered 4 events on Saturday.
Boom.
Boom. How do you like that? How do you like it?
Drop the mic.
I'll tell you what, there are times that you know, I wish, because I worry about things, as you know, I wish I could be in multiple places at multiple times, and there's just times that I can't.
What was that movie, Mike King, Multiplicity?
Something like that, but anyway. So, and when I can't do that, it's so nice to know that you have people to back you up. And this weekend was a prime example of that. I mean, we had coverage. It was, okay, I'm going to say this. It was pretty darn cool that we had all that coverage going on in multiple places.
Multiple states.
And everybody did a great job. I mean, you can't ask for better than that.
Well, we need to do is get everybody in the Magic Kingdom, cover all the lands at one time.
So yeah, it was pretty neat.
Ontario, Canada, wow.
So good job, everybody. Good job, Lindsay. Good job, Robert. Good job, Suzanne.
Raise the roof, y'all did good.
And you know, it's
get back to work.
Now get them vlogs done.
That weekend's over. Next weekend on. Let's go.
No, it's just one of those things that when you can't do things yourself, and you know you got people to depend on, it's a wonderful thing. It is very hard to be able to depend on anybody sometimes, or people say they're going to help you out, but they don't, you know, stuff like that.
Almost always happens.
Well, this weekend people stepped up, and I love you for it. And for all of you who, I actually posted on our Instagram stories, because like when we post in multiple locations, people start messaging me, well, I thought you were here. How can you be here and here? And they don't realize it's not just,
we have a private jet that we fly around in.
Like, how'd you do that? How'd you go from place to place? So, I you know, told people, yes, you're going to see coverage of 4 different things on our Instagram stories, and it's because I have this person here, this person there. So it was pretty neat to be able to do that. So I'm really glad that you guys followed along on our crazy weekend. So let's talk about our crazy weekend at Spooky Empire, because it was a really fun weekend.
It was fun. It was a lot. Thursday, we got up and we had to load in Thursday evening at Spooky to get our booth ready. So I spent all day Thursday taking apart our office, packing up everything, getting it ready to ship over to the hotel. It was a convention center at the Caribbean Royale, which is not far from Disney Springs, actually.
No, it's actually right down the road from Disney Springs.
Yeah, it's a few minutes down the road, so which was nice, because it was only a 15-minute drive for us to go back and forth.
Yeah, it's so close to Disney. When we were leaving the one night, you could hear the fireworks at Disney, so it's like right outside. Cool.
So we spent that whole day. We got there. We loaded, just the 2 of us loaded in, because we couldn't fit the boys in the truck with everything else. So we loaded in, got the booth ready, came back home, ate like super late.
Went to bed,
got up early and had to go there and put the finishing touches on our booth to open at, what time did it open? Was it noon on Friday?
I don't remember. We put in like one day was a 14-hour day on Friday.
Yeah. And
then like Saturday ended up being almost 12, right?
Which I know 10. Doesn't seem like a lot at a convention, but we're on our feet on that crappy floor all day long.
It's tiring.
It's rough.
It's really tiring to be, and you know what? I'll tell you, it was a complete blessing, because we were so busy this weekend. We had somebody in our booth, like the one on Friday, you went home to let Jack outside and came back with lunch. Our lunch got cold.
We ended up throwing away
our lunch because we couldn't eat it because we were so busy. And that's a good thing to have.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a good problem to have.
It was packed in there. Our booth was not just for Main Street Mouse stuff, but it was for our clothing company, Lost Princess Apparel.
Right.
So people were coming. We got to meet a lot of new people. We got to tell a lot of new people about what we do.
It was awesome, actually. We got to. One of my favorite parts is just meeting the vendors around us. So when we're setting up, we're all sitting there chit-chatting and talking a little bit. So you get to find out who does what, and they were kind of all intrigued, like how we run social media and how we do everything we do. So we kind of giving them little tips and things like that. Then once the VIP opened an hour before the convention actually started, and it was kind of slow then, but I never expect VIP to be busy. I don't know why. No. I think they're just kind of getting a lay of the land, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as it hit and they opened those gates, it was like they released the dam and all the water came floating in, and we didn't stop. I mean, we gave out so many cards for people to follow the Main Street Mouse on social media. So many Lost Princess Apparel cards.
Sold a ton of clothes. Gave away a ton of Main Street Mouse buttons and things.
Oh yeah, we had new buttons made up that have the Haunted Mansion background.
Grab one. I have extras, so if you're coming to the meetup, we have Haunted Mansion buttons.
Yes.
And we actually was really cool.
$50 a piece.
What's really cool is that in talking to other people about the site and such, we actually recruited more people to join us for the meetup in December.
We did.
And they're like, oh, you guys have a meetup? I'm like, yeah, come on with us. It's fun. And it is fun.
I'll say one really cool thing that happened this weekend is people came and shopped and talked to us on Friday. Then Saturday came back wearing what they bought on Friday, buying more things, coming back again on Sunday wearing what they bought on Saturday.
Yes.
Saying how much they love the clothing, they love the way it felt, the comfort, the price, just everything. They love chocolate. We talked to people half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I know. Imagine us talking to people for long, extended periods of time.
And the 10 by 10 booth is not that big when you have it filled with clothing. So we were kind of in each other's way, talking to two different sets of people, other people trying to buy things. It was chaos, but it was fun.
I'll tell you what,
it
was a whirlwind of a weekend because we were so busy for so many hours. You know, the 10 hours goes by pretty quickly, but
if you're busy.
Towards the end of the evening, though, when you do actually sit down, everything starts to hurt. And like on the car ride home, we were like, oh, and then we had to get.
You hit that crash, and you start to be like, I'm drowning here. I gotta stop. And then Friday, I don't know how many of you are Funko collectors. I know a few of you are.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this. This is good.
So they had a ton of people. The line outside to get in the convention hall was humongous. I mean, hundreds of people waiting to get in. Once they got in, they were going into another line. That line was to get the Funko exclusive release of Elvira.
Her Halloween
in
pop.
her orange dress. It was a special pop that Elvira's people put in, but it was debuting at Spooky Empire. So it was
an exclusive.
Huge thing, exclusive, that was going to take place at Spooky Empire. So there was hundreds upon hundreds of people in the hallway waiting. Now, this wasn't supposed to be released till 5 o'clock that night. People had been sleeping since the night before there to get this pop. That's how huge it was. It was
crazy. It reminded me like in the old days.
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch?
Cabbage Patch dolls.
No!
People waiting online for them.
You are totally off base. No. When we were teenagers and you remember the days that we actually used to have to stand in line for concert tickets? Like when people would camp out overnight to
My mom wouldn't let me go.
Well, my mom didn't like it, but she let me go because it was New Kids on the Block and she knew I would cry and stuff.
She had the right stuff, so it worked out good. She hung tough and...
Well, because, it was a lot for me to get my parents to let me go do these things because my parents were protective, and rightfully so, because the world is a horrible place, and I'm glad they kept me that way. But
it wasn't then, it is more now.
It's worse now. But, they did let me go to New Kids on the Block concerts. My dad actually took me to one. So, I mean... Anyway, I digress. Back in the day when we used to stand out line, like at Harmony House or at Hudson's.
JCPenney's or whatever. Wherever
Ticketmaster. So, like, these lines wrapped around these places, it was kind of like that. Like, the huge amount of people.
The biggest thing I can see is, like, before Black Friday, people sleeping outside of stores and things to get that TV.
Yeah, or the people that are waiting to get that TV special for Black Friday.
Right.
It was nuts.
So all these people are waiting out there. Now, the best part of this was this pop It was $55, but they included Elvira signing it, which her signature alone was running $90 for the weekend. So this way you got a pop and her signature for $55. People, our friends who run Spooky Empire worked there. They came by and told us they were waiting on UPS to deliver. UPS was behind. The delivery wasn't even there, and people were waiting in line yet. Things started popping up on eBay where these things were being pre-sold on eBay, going for $250 or more.
They didn't even have them in hand yet, and people already had them on eBay, and they were taking bids for what a $50 pop was over $200, $300.
$250 to $300. I checked yesterday, and a bunch of them sold. Some were almost $500 for this pop that went.
It's crazy.
The pops did not arrive on time. They were late. People were mad. Fights broke out. The police were called.
So I was standing there talking to somebody about whatever, because I'm a talker. And all of a sudden, the lights in the convention hall turned into like a strobe light. It was like boom, 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 boom. And you could hear like a little tiny siren. Right. And I thought somebody was just playing a joke or a prank or somebody did something. No. Well, come to find out, and all a brawl broke out in the hallway over these pop vinyls. And come to find out, it was the resellers who were blowing fits and yelling and carrying on. I guess...
blaming Spooky Empire was
Spooky
not
Empire.
their fault.
They were trying to get the line of people to disperse, and somebody told me people were chanting like, "No, no, no!"
Yeah, they gave them a voucher.
What? They didn't want the voucher.
They gave everybody online a voucher saying, "You will get your pop. You will get it autographed, but you probably will not get it this evening.
This evening we'll come back. You'll get your thing, whatever." And I was talking to some other vendors, and they, they had the same opinion I did. If you get one, great. If you don't, okay, it's not the end of the world. But if you're putting stuff online that you're already selling that you don't even have,
that's who kills the sport.
And then get this, so that night, Elvira herself put out a statement saying that UPS was late. It was no one's fault. That it was the people that were scamming and buying extras to sell. It was them, not her fans, that were getting so upset. And she was actually encouraging people to not buy the price, the ones on eBay. She's like, don't buy those.
No, and a couple of the people who were going to resell them were claiming that they were damaged, so they wouldn't buy certain ones. They were actually damaging them a little bit more, so the boxes were kind of crushed up a little bit.
Somebody told me that somebody else they got theirs, and as they were walking away, somebody who was mad that they didn't get theirs grabbed the box and squeezed it. I mean, come on, people. I'm not saying any of you would do such, stupid things, but it's like, it's a toy. It's a piece of plastic, and you're going to throw down and have the cops called on you because you didn't get your pop vinyl. I mean, I guess, in my opinion, there's more important things in the world than, oh my God, I didn't get my Elvira pop, my life is over. And how mean these people were to the employees at Spooky Empire. I guess I don't feel that there's any excuse for that, The people at Spooky Empire do an amazing job.
They do great.
They are wonderful people. Kim, who keeps the floor running, she's a friend of ours.
Her and Aaron just popped on. Her husband.
Oh, Aaron's on. Hi, Aaron. I'm talking about.
Perfect time to jump in on the Funko debacle. Aaron was the cause of everything.
Yeah, it was Aaron. Aaron. I was talking about how well your wife and company handled it and how stupid people are, if you want to know the truth. I mean,
so Aaron and me got 70 of them.
I think it's ridiculous that Spooky Empire is our favorite convention. We love it. We have a great time.
And this is the first time we actually worked the convention. We've usually just covered it for them for media. Working it was so much more fun, actually. Being there and seeing everything all day, every day, it was a blast.
I can't wait to do it again in March.
March is they do 2 conventions a year. So the second one will be in March. It's on iDrive at the Wyndham, I believe it is.
More information will come out.
It's over by the Orlando Eye or Icon or whatever they call it nowadays. In March, I think March 22nd that weekend, and we will be there.
We will be there. We already told them that we will be. But no, seriously though, on a side note, don't be that person. I mean, I really think that with these conventions, when people behave that way, they ruin it for everybody, and everybody's just wanting to have a good time. And things happen. UPS didn't come, whatever. It's not anybody's fault. Nobody should be verbally abused over a toy, or actually over anything. But I think that's garbage.
I think one thing, they did a limit of 3 on the Elvira one. And I understand if somebody wants you to pick up one for them or whatever, but I honestly almost think it should be one per person.
You know, it limits
not to a kid who doesn't have a way to pay for it, that his dad's gonna buy it because he's a body there. I mean, I think it should be, if you're buying it, you should have the money to purchase it right there, and I think that's the only way we can prevent this from happening in the future. Yeah, it sucks because I have a friend, Jeremy. I don't know if he's on tonight, but he's up in Huntsville and he wanted it. But there was no way I was waiting in line for myself, much less, I'm sorry, Jeremy, I like you, you're a good friend. But there was no way I was going to wait in line for his, and come to blows over it and possibly get arrested for a pop vinyl. Now, if it was one I really wanted, who knows?
I don't see any reason to throw down for a toy. I just don't. And you know what? Until
the pop of Michelle comes out, then she'll understand.
Well, no, I'm kidding. No, so, I just think that it just ruins it for everybody, and there's bigger problems in life. And anyway, Spooky Empire is an amazing convention, and just don't be that person, because that person is not a good person.
But let's talk about something that was great that happened on Saturday.
Yes.
We sold more. No. On Saturday, on Friday we walked through the celebrity area to see who was in there, and I got to see Mick Foley, which was really cool. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. His line was pretty long. We didn't really have time to be away from our booth for very long, but I didn't even realize how close I was to him.
I know, he's like, oh my God, it's Mick Foley.
Which was because he was only there for the one day. So I passed by him, got to see him, got a picture taken, or I took a picture really quickly, but then we just got in the room really quick. The X-Files people I didn't see them out.
The X-Files people, it was like mass hysteria in there too. Nobody was fighting. But there was a lot of people in line because they had like the whole cast of the X-Files. Right. I actually walked into one of their panels by mistake because I was looking for something else. They had the whole cast of the X-Files, including the two main stars, which was pretty cool. Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny. So he
looked tired all weekend. Every picture I saw.
He had his microphone. He was kind of like.
Yeah, you could tell he just was like.
Like, all right.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Like, we're all tired.
Let's go to the
pool. Does anybody want to go and get a bite to eat or something? No, but he looked less than thrilled. But I'm sure that it was a long day for everybody.
Right. But and then of course Elvira's line was long. Elvira was actually in full costume Friday.
Yeah.
She didn't do costume Saturday or Sunday, so they had announced that was the only day she was going to be doing the photo ops of the special photos and all that with her, which she has a huge following. I had no idea, which is great.
Yeah, she is. Iconic.
And it's good. It's good that she created this character and people love it to this day. But then on Saturday, we knew somebody she really, 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 really wanted to meet was going to be there. Not just me. So I went in the room first to see if she was there. Kathy and Jimmy were talking about. Mary Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. So she was not there on Friday. She was only there Saturday and Sunday. So I walked in there and she actually took over the booth where Mick Foley was the day before.
Yeah, she was sitting where Mick Foley was.
So it worked out perfectly. So I grabbed a quick picture of her as I was walking by, went back, showed it to her. So we kind of, as soon as it got a little slow, we told the boys we'll be back. And we left the booth for a little bit.
Yes.
And got in line, and I'll let you tell your story.
Okay, so those of you that had talked to me that day, or have talked to me since then, I know you've heard the story, but you're going to hear it again. Because I'm sure...
You may hear it twice again, who knows?
So just listen to it again, because it's a good story.
You're going to like it.
You're going to like the story. Okay, so we went over to where she was at, and they had like different pictures and stuff from her, not just Hocus Pocus, but she was in Sister Act. She was in like quite a few things.
Descendants, her as the evil queen.
The evil queen in Descendants.
Peggy Hill from that show. I can't think of the name.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, duh. Yeah, she was Peggy. She's Peggy on King of the Hill. So she had different photos and a bunch of Hocus Pocus photos. I mean, different ones with posters or just shots of her or drawings of her or whatever.
Yeah. So, I'm like all excited all over again. Okay, anyway, I feel like such a kid, I swear. Okay, so anyway.
I'm still mad I forgot to take my Mary Sanderson pop.
He forgot his Mary Sanderson pop, speaking of pop vinyls.
They were selling them on the tables, $100 to buy the pop and get her to sign it. I'm like,
hell no. Heck no, this is a Disney show. Watch my mouth. Oops, sorry. I told you I'm tired. Anyway, so we're standing in line and waiting, and I'm watching her. I'm a people watcher, and I try to pick up on people's mannerisms and stuff, because if she seemed a little cranky or whatever, or short, I didn't want to look like a crazy person. And she was, and she was very short.
Blunt.
You blunt. I'll get to that too. But you know, she's like, the guy in front of me was, you know, he said something, and she's like, "Hi, like, what can I do for you today?" Instead, it was almost like being a worker at McDonald's. You know, like, what do you,
like a number one.
Do you want a selfie? Do you want a picture? You know, what do you want? So then,
take one of everything.
Then it's my turn, and I like walk up there, and I'm like, "Hi," and you know, I just told her that
I'm your biggest fan.
I didn't say I'm your biggest fan. I just said that, you know, I've been a fan. He managed to throw in that we have a Disney site, because he does that all the time.
Why not?
Why not?
Never know what
and then I was, you know, she talked more to me than she did anybody, which is pretty cool.
Your dress.
Oh, my dress. So I was wearing my Hocus Pocus dress from our clothing company, Lost Fences Apparel. And she, as we were talking, she took her pen and she was like, "Oh, I like your dress." And I was like, ugh. I'm like, "Oh my gosh," I'm like, "You're on it." And I couldn't find her character on the dress. I found the cat and the book and everything else.
Which she's everywhere in the dress.
I know, I couldn't find it because I was all flustered. So I was like, "You're on it." And then I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm making an idiot of myself." And so
she didn't say that out loud.
No, I didn't say that. So I was excited that she was nice to me. She talked to me longer. We talked about Disney a little bit. We talked about my dress. And then she's like, she goes, "Let's do a picture." So we did a picture. And then she didn't like the way Scott took the picture, and she told him to do it again. She's like, no, do it higher. So she started like bossing him, which I liked her even better because I boss him too. So it was like two of us, like, "No, fix that."
I'm leaving.
So,
bring Kathy in here. It'll be like, you and Kathy can do the show every week. How about that?
Okay, so anyway, wait, I got it. Hold on. Okay, so
I picked the picture.
Here's my picture. It says, "I smell children." Isn't that awesome? And it has her name on it. So anyway,
Mary Sanderson?
No, I said Kathy. Anyway, so I kind of skipped back to the booth because I was excited.
She like floated. She don't remember touching the ground.
Back to the booth. And I got back there and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she loved my dress." And he's like, "You should go give her one." And I was like, "Is that creepy?" And maybe. So I grabbed the dress and I went back over there. So
luckily we had one in her size.
I had one left that would fit her. So I went back over there and like one of the handler people were there and I was like, "I was just here." And she said she liked my dress and it would be really cool to be able to give her one. And I said, "Is that weird or creepy?" And the girl said no, it wasn't creepy at all. So I waited.
That was a spooky Empire worker though. So
and you're ruining my story.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're gonna talk about this later. All right. Anyway, so I waited for her to have a minute to where she could look up and see me, and she did. And she did one of these, and she goes, "You're back." And I'm like, "Well, you said you liked my dress, so I would really be honored if I could give you one." And she's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, high five." And she's like, "Give me a high five." And she's like, "You are so sweet. Thank you so much." And I'm like, "No, thank you. I'm just a big fan and thank you so much." And she's like, "Make sure you come see my panel at 4. So I'm like, "Okay." And then I turn around and skip back to the booth again. So it was a really, really, really good story. I think it's a good story. And it's something that I'll remember. And then we were super busy. But
after that, we
got really busy,
yeah.
And so I wanted to be able to go back at 4 to see her panel, but we couldn't, we couldn't both leave. So I took my younger son Aiden with me because he loves Hocus Pocus, and we went and we watched her panel. And I actually just loaded video of her panel on our YouTube channel right before we went live. So it was really cool because it's the 25th anniversary of Hocus Pocus, so it was kind of a cool year to do that. You know, I love the movie, and I've always loved the movie, so I was one of the ones, she talked about this in the panel, that because Hocus Pocus came out in July, it kind of had a weird reception because it wasn't even Halloween time. So it didn't really pick up steam until actually it was on TV, and she said it kind of became the new A Christmas Story. Like they play 24 hours of Christmas Story on, for Christmas, then they do this for Halloween.
That's the Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Hocus Pocus at Halloween time, so it's
it was cool. But then we went to her panel, and she's something. She is really a firecracker. I was really surprised. I mean, she like her answers for stuff, and she's very like matter of fact, like to the point, like, oh no, you this, and if the person asked her a question, like she didn't like that question or wasn't ready for it, like she stopped the show. I mean, she was very,
this is how we're gonna run this.
Yes, she was a professional. She knew exactly what she wanted to do and what she wanted to talk about and what she didn't want to talk about. So, which
is kind of nice. She doesn't fluff it just for she does what she wants to do, and if you don't like it, tough, and if you get mad, too bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she was pretty cool. So, it's something that I'll always remember. And, they were taking questions from the audience, and I was trying to get Aiden to go up there and
I don't know why you didn't go.
Oh, because I'd already felt, okay, first of all, I was up there to talk to her once. And then she was bossing my husband around to get the picture right. And then I go back again, and then bring her dress, and then go to her panel.
I have a question. That dress I bought you, do you plan on wearing it?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. And if you do, will you tag the Main Street Mouse on it? Because that would be awesome if you could do that. But no, it was like, it was a really good opportunity. It was and it's something I won't forget. And, we got back to the booth and we messaged our partners at Charlie's Project. We're like, guess who has our dress?
This is on.
It was really, really exciting. And I think what sets us apart, here I'm going to toot our horn for just a sec. I think what sets us apart as far as Disney sites and things is that we get out there in the trenches and we'll work a convention, work 14-hour days.
You never see one of our competitors.
We get out there and meet people. We have meetups for a whole weekend long. We're doing a cruise. I mean, we are. So I think that it's really important to get out there with the people that follow you and meet people and talk to them and relate, on a level, because we all like the same things. I mean, we all have the same fandom and interests. So, I mean, I think it's really good. And it's tiring to do those conventions, but I will tell you what, I had a really good weekend. And I'm really grateful.
Saturday was the highlight for you.
Well, yeah, but it was all good.
It was.
I mean, we met so many wonderful people, and I'm really, really thankful for everybody who stopped by to see us.
Oh, yeah.
And then last night I was still getting messages from people. It was nice to meet you today. I'd love to hear more about your meetup. I'm showing people like where the tab is and stuff. So people that are going to come and see us either at Disney Springs on December 7th or Epcot on the 8th.
Yeah, a lot of Disney fans in the crowd. That hadn't heard of us actually, or think maybe they did, but
they're
they
like,
weren't
I think
sure.
I follow you on Instagram.
So, and if you have one, we actually have business cards that are made that just have all our social media tags on them. So we hand those out to anybody who so they can find us quicker on all the different social media handles.
Yes.
It's really kind of cool.
So, anyway, I think it was a good weekend. I think it was a pretty good weekend.
It was a good weekend.
All right, so.
I'm tired just listening to that.
It's exhausting. But it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
You should have seen us packing up last night.
We couldn't get all our stuff in the car. I mean,
we did. I don't know how, but I did. I had to tie every door closed.
We had the car rigged with like string to hold up the doors shut to get us home. Like pull it here and there just to be able to.
Our dolly had to go up on the roof because they couldn't get it anywhere else. I was not going to drive home and come back to make another trip. There was no way.
No. I honestly, if we keep doing these conventions, we got to invest in a trailer. Like you were saying, we have too much crap to lug back and forth.
We do. And the conventions, like, after MegaCon, we were very disappointed how bad MegaCon was. And I honestly think it was the product we had at MegaCon.
Yeah, and the convention was very expensive. I mean, it's not cheap to work these conventions, so you want to at least make your booth feedback. And
I think the smaller conventions are a way to go. Magic City, this one, Huntsville.
Yeah.
These littler conventions that aren't such grand scale, where they think
they're not just a money grubber. This is like more something for fans of different things,
and the people actually go because they want to shop. Like MegaCon, it seemed like a lot of people. I mean, people buy stuff, but they're not really. They're there to see the guests. They're there to show their costume, their cosplay, which is great. That's all a part of the whole experience. But I don't think we'll do MegaCon ever again.
No.
But we will do Spooky every time now.
Yep.
for sure. Even if we didn't have the clothing line, I think we would do spooky just after this experience.
Well, because you get to meet people that follow the Main Street Mouse, and I love that. So
what's fun though is every time we do a convention, some of the other vendors, it's almost like just getting together with our friends for that weekend too, to see people who we've seen at other conventions and gotten to know over time. So that was fun. I got my hockey mask. Finally, I posted a picture on Instagram. My friend who makes Jason hockey masks and different characters made me Captain America one to go with my Captain America hockey jersey, which I was really excited to get that finally. So that's something I had been waiting for. That was my exciting moment.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything. I didn't. I don't know.
You bought coffee?
I did buy coffee.
Little Shop, was it Little Shop of Coffee? Is that what it's called?
Oh God, I can't remember. I have it over there, but I can't reach it. I put it on our Instagram stories.
Some of the best coffee she says she's ever had.
Yes, and I love coffee, and it was really good coffee. So I'll have to. It was whatever was on our Instagram. I can't remember. Right. But yeah, so it was an excellent show. And all in all, I mean, we're exhausted, but I am so happy with how everything went this weekend. I really couldn't have asked for better. So
no, we couldn't. And today we spent the whole day kind of recouping, trying to rebuild the office upstairs, put everything back together, get all the clothing inventoried so we can get Lost Princess. So any of you who are waiting for Lost Princess Apparel to be back online, hopefully it'll be done tonight.
We're trying.
I inventoried everything upstairs. I just got to go through and put all the numbers on the site now, and then I'll be able to push it all live again. So hopefully I'll have that all done sometime this evening. I do apologize. Just we got home a lot later last night than we planned, and then a lot of work today to get to
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. And then also we were going to show you guys art from my new book. We didn't get that ready either.
We have a few pages, so next Monday we will have some of that for you guys next Monday. That's a promise.
Yeah, so that'll be coming. Well, don't promise in case we get busy again.
Well, no, I just got to print them. Print the pages when we show.
Okay.
We're gonna print
them
small
though,
so they can't.
It then.
We're gonna print it really small so they can barely see it.
Really small.
I just want to tease it.
No, but yeah. So anyway, so yeah, new book art is coming too. Yes. Okay, so and then this is like our Halloween show. We're gonna talk about Halloween in a minute.
I just like saying
but as far as Disney news, like I had said before all this stuff. That the New World of Disney store, it had its grand opening on Saturday. It has projections and little magic things to make it look more magical.
It's come to life now.
It has, and we just need to go over there. Lindsay got me some coverage, but we need to go over there and look at it ourselves. We just haven't had time.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday now. I don't think we'll have time tomorrow.
Probably not.
We'll get there this week, though.
Yeah, eventually.
Somehow, some way, we will get over there this week.
And then, as far as what we usually do is we try to go back over the past week to see if anything major happened, any news.
It was kind of a quiet week.
It was a quiet week. So the only other thing was November 8th, the new entrance to Hollywood Studios opens. And I had showed you guys pictures before. Yeah. There was a new opening over on the side.
Right. When we drove past one day, you could just see through the trees.
It looks just like the old one.
Just like the old one.
It's just in a different spot.
Style.
Yeah, it looks. And I'm an entrance in the parking lot, not into the park. I'm sorry.
Correct. Yes.
In the parking lot.
Now I don't know where you pull in. I don't know if it's the original pull in from off the main street into there.
Well, I think they're closing the one in the back.
I believe that's what I heard also.
So I honestly don't know where you're gonna. I know where the new entrance at the studios is. I just don't know how you're gonna get there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The way it faces, I would think you'd come in off the main. Was it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess we'll have to go over there and find out.
November 8th, we'll let you know.
Yeah, do some investigative reporting and find out how the heck you get into the studio's parking lot.
And that parking lot is huge.
Yes, like we said before, the parking lot is ginormous.
Ginormous.
That's a word.
That's a great word.
So yeah. All right. Anyway.
So
there's that. All right. So we are gonna wrap up the Halloween season. Can you guys believe that? Oh, maybe you can. For us, it's like, okay, yeah, I can believe Halloween's over or almost over because we
bring on the turkey. I'm ready for Thanksgiving now.
And see, I'm ready for Christmas, and you guys can throw hate all you want. I'm ready to put up my Christmas tree. I'm ready.
One of the people who came into our booth this week, and we got to talk to this couple, and they were really nice. They came back all 3 days, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
We got to talk to them. They actually had the same wedding anniversary we do, which was coincidence.
Yes.
But we were talking to them, and they told Michelle about a Christmas store here in Florida. That she lit up like a
Christmas tree,
yeah,
like a Christmas tree.
See what we did there? So she's already planning on a trip to go there. I can't remember where it is.
Clearwater, maybe?
Clearwater, was that where it was?
Something like that. But yeah, I'm thinking a drive out to the Christmas store is in order. I think it's gonna have to be.
We're gonna need a trailer if we go out there.
No, I love Halloween. I love the Halloween season at Disney. I love the Boo to You stuff and all that. I think it's because it's been in our face since August 14th here. I mean, we've seen pumpkins
and getting
everywhere.
ready for it before that.
And
I mean,
so it's been a whole lot of Halloween here. And when you go to the parks a lot for various events or just to go have family time, and you know,
kind of get tired of it. Honestly, I hate to say it like that. You get tired of seeing. You're like, okay, well, we need something different. So I'm thinking I'm ready. Well, plus my parents will be here for Thanksgiving week, and so I want to make sure that the house is like Christmas Wonderland before they get here. They get here on the 22nd, so I guess. We've got plenty of time.
No, we don't have that much time. I think we should go early. Maybe we need to go to that store next week.
Well, I do have one more Halloween festivity to do for Halloween. Tomorrow night, as part of our Universal Passes, I will be taking Andrew to his first ever Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. So we shall see how he handles it. Maybe we'll pull him on the show next week to talk about his review. Maybe.
I'm curious how you're going to handle it, because I think both of you are going to be in for a rude awakening.
I'm going to throw Andrew in front of all the scare actors.
These two, if I could be a little bug in the air somewhere watching.
Oh yeah, look at this, Stephanie. Robert's Christmas Tree World in Clearwater.
Okay, yeah, it was Clearwater. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, thank you.
So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty. I think both of you are going to be pretty scared.
I'm going to be filming him. I'm going to go live. I'm just going to follow Andrew all around through the houses and everything and see what they do to him. They always get who's ever in front.
I think you're the one who's going to look scared.
Nah. Mm-hmm. Even if I am scared, you'll never know it.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. So
unless my pants get wet.
Oh, that's gross. What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh. So yeah, and then this is our first Halloween in this house, so we have lots of candy that we bought for Spooky Empire.
Right, because they did trick-or-treating on Saturday.
And we didn't have that many trick-or-treaters, so we have lots of candy here, and hopefully there's kids in the neighborhood, so we'll find out.
If not, well, one kid's going to get 4 pounds of candy.
Like they do it at Mickey's Not So Scary, at the end of the night, they just start dumping candy in your bag. Maybe we'll do that.
Our luck will do that, and then 50 other kids will come up right after that.
Then we get shut off the light.
I know, they get 5 pounds of candy there.
Yeah,
go there.
exactly.
That's the house to hit. Every year we're going to have a line.
No, I miss Halloween up north because my parents' neighborhood is where we always used to go for Halloween.
And they had the bonfire and the...
My parents always had a fire pit in the garage. What do you call those?
That's a little fire pit.
A little fire pit thing, and we pass out candy, and we go in shifts taking the kids trick-or-treating. That was my favorite.
Play creepy music.
That was my favorite Halloween memories, and we don't have that here, so. But we'll make the best of it.
No, sad. You had a great weekend.
I did have a great weekend.
Look how the face changed.
I had a really good weekend. Did I tell you I met Kathy and Jimmy from Hocus Pocus? And she has the same dress as me now. Did I tell you that? It was a good weekend. Sorry.
In case you didn't hear. You didn't hear, hit rewind on the video we watched.
Anyhow. Alright, so let's wrap up the Halloween season. I thought it would be nice, and you are free if I catch you on here to join in the conversation. I thought, being that we're wrapping up Halloween, and next weekend, I'm sure we're going to talk about Christmas stuff already.
Disney's making the switch because the first party's on the 7th. Is that correct? First party's on the 7th. We will not be there, though. We have a Disney Springs event on the 7th.
They're having us go to Disney Springs for their Christmas whatever there.
Does that mean we get to see the tree trail?
Yes, that was it. We get to preview the tree trail before everybody else does. So they're adding new trees this year. So Disney invited us out to preview that on
Thursday.
7? No.
Yeah, that's Thursday. Because on Friday we are going to the party.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
it's
allegedly.
Supposed to be media night, we hear.
Family media night. So
on that Friday.
Yes.
So we're actually going to go to the second Christmas party. Right?
Yes.
Right. Okay, anyway. All right, but anyway, so that's next week. So let's talk Halloween. So I thought we could talk about what our favorite Halloween memories are, Disney Halloween-wise.
So what is our favorite thing about Halloween?
Yeah, what's our favorite things about Halloween at Disney?
For me, my favorite part, of course, Mickey's Not So Scary, but at the Haunted Mansion when you hear Carlotta or Renata and Butler Broom.
Butler Broom?
I'm tired.
Boom.
And they do their whole little spiel and the talk and they interact with the people out there. I think that's fun. I just like staying there forever.
Well, they're pretty entertaining, and I like her. I think she's funny.
Oh, she's hilarious.
Hilarious. You can sit there and listen to her and talk, and banter back and forth with people in line at the Haunted Mansion. She's pretty good.
She's great because she never stops.
No, she's very quick-witted. I guess that's what you have to be, though.
Oh yeah.
So for me, of course, my favorites are the Boo to You Parade.
And you.
I love the Boo to You Parade.
Sorry. Oh, what did my computer stop?
Are we still live?
I don't know. Yours is still moving. Mine just froze up a little bit.
Okay.
No, we are. I think my computer went into standby mode.
Okay. Anyway, so Boo to You Parade, and of course the Headless Horseman. I think that
he's awesome.
Disney does it well when it comes to Halloween, and the Headless Horseman is outstanding. There's that anticipation when they say the Headless Horseman is near or something like that, and then you hear like the clap, 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 clap of the horse coming.
That's a great sound. I don't know why I like that sound,
cool.
But
it's so cool.
That's really cool.
So and then the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular is because I love me some Hocus Pocus. In case you didn't get that this week.
You didn't hear.
So I really love Hocus Pocus. Okay, I'll stop. All right. Anyway, so the Villain Spelltacular is.
And don't forget Hocus Pocus on all day Wednesday.
Don't forget Hocus Pocus Freeform. We got a couple more days.
And Michelle met Kathy and Jimmy in case you didn't hear that.
Wait, want me to grab my picture?
No, that's okay. We've seen it 6 times. We're good.
We're good. You guys don't need to hear the story again. Okay, so yeah, the Hocus Pocus show for sure is one of my favorite things because I do believe that like we were saying last week, that the cast members that are in that play the Sanderson sisters are pretty spot on.
Yeah, they should have had them at the anniversary thing on Freeform.
They were so good. They're so good, and my kids actually like the Hocus Pocus show too. They're not bored. They're not like looking around or whatever. They actually like the show. Robert said TMSM Live sponsored by Hocus Pocus. Pretty much.
We get a free autograph.
Alright, but okay, your turn. Go.
Well, no, I already said my favorite one, was Cloud Out Over Now. Of course I like candy. The Cadaver Dans.
Plus I like candy.
I like candy. Who doesn't? No, the Cadaver Dans are really fun. To hear them in Frontierland there. They sing their little songs about death.
Their little songs and things. Yeah, and when if you catch them just right, they'll let you take pictures with them because I was able to do that in the kids. Oh, sorry for the squeak toys. It's okay, Andrew.
Jack it's like he's playing with it now on purpose.
I know. He's like, I'm here too. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Jack's favorite part is squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah, Jack is over there playing with his skunk toy. Anyway, so.
Well, no, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, you always look forward to the Halloween pumpkins, the decorations.
I love the Mickey pumpkins that are on the posts on Main Street.
Every year she says, take one of those, get one of those for me. I'm like,
I want a Mickey pumpkin. I need a Mickey pumpkin.
I'll give up my Disney annual pass holder.
To try to sneak one of those out.
She said the same thing about the lanterns at the Disney Style Store in Disney
Springs. Okay, the Disney Style Store. Hey, Lindsay, if you're still watching, if you can snag me one of those lanterns.
When they're not looking, just Kevin's on too, so throw Kevin on your shoulders, cut it down, and run.
If you could just give me a lantern.
Make sure you don't have a TMSM button on when you do it. Please.
That would be. Just don't make me. Yeah, make sure you're not wearing a Main Street Mouse button if you snag me a lantern, Lindsay. No, I'm kidding.
Change your name to something else. Yeah.
Anyway, so and I do like of course the Halloween merchandise. That's like I always look forward to the change of seasons for the merchandise.
This year the merchandise was off the charts. It was
They
great.
really did. I mean, they had the Hocus Pocus Spirit jersey, which I actually finally wore this weekend, and now Halloween's gonna be over.
They had a lot of Haunted Mansion stuff.
They had a lot of Haunted Mansion. It's really, really good stuff.
Oh, it is.
So that gives me hope for a good Christmas. Oh, well, you know what though? But we already saw the Christmas merchandise, really but they could come out with more.
Yeah, I don't think we saw it all. I think we just saw the tip of the iceberg, so to speak.
Yeah, so merchandise, of course, and I'm seeing. Oh, and I think what else do I like? I like the photo pass, the special magic shots at the party is always fun too. My only regret is I wish we could have gone one more time, but we just were too busy.
I know, I really wanted to too. The other thing I thought about, mine are all Haunted Mansion or death related. I don't know why that is, but I really like the grave diggers in the parade.
I do too.
That's just a great part of the whole parade. That's the part I wait for.
I love the grave diggers in the parade. I love the ballroom dancers.
You see Leota's come through, and then the rest of them follow.
Yeah, I love the ballroom dancers.
And the hitchhiking ghosts on their float.
Yes, and I love the band. I love the skeleton band.
The villain band?
Yeah, the villain band. Because they really have rhythm when they're up there dancing. They're really going at it.
I don't know how they don't fall off.
I don't know how they don't fall off. But I really think that those guys are top notch. I actually look forward to that part.
That's great.
Boo-to-You parade is the best. I mean, I love the Christmas parade. Don't get me wrong, because I love Christmas. But the Boo-to-You parade is my favorite.
Hollow Wishes is also a big favorite.
Hollow Wishes, you know.
Little karaoke.
Little karaoke, yes. So, I mean, it's been a great Halloween season.
It has been. It's been a good one this year.
It's been fun. It's been hot. The weather is finally, so if you're coming here to visit, like, anytime soon, we finally have a break in the weather.
It was 55 this morning when I took the kids to school at 6:10 in the morning. It was 55 degrees.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I still had shorts on.
He actually closed the window this morning. And he's like, oh, it's cold in here. I'm like, what? He never says that. So,
I didn't want her to get cold. I was fine.
I would have been fine. But anyway, so yeah, so I hope you all had a good Halloween season too. And you know that we will be throwing Christmas at you from now until...
We're going to throw snowballs at the camera.
From like next week till New Year. So you guys are going to be so sick of Christmas. But hey, you know, 'tis the season.
You're going to be doing Christmas by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you guys will be like, no more. And then, and then of course I love it when people message me or get mad at me on Facebook because we're posting Christmas stuff and they yell at me, what about Thanksgiving? Well, I can't make Disney have a Thanksgiving parade. I can't make them put turkeys up on light posts.
That'd be cool.
It is not my call. Just keep that in mind.
They need to partner up with Earl's Sandwich to have the holiday sandwich. In the parks.
You know, it's not my call. I know people get mad because, you know.
Somebody just asked what the Tom and Tina. They want to know what the tree trail is. Down in Disney Springs, over by Earl's Sandwich, there is a pathway where they do trees that are all inspired by a certain Disney character or movie all the way down. And I think this year I want to say there's 25 this year.
There's lots of trees and there's new ones debuting, including a Haunted Mansion tree.
So like every princess has a tree, or most of the princesses, I shouldn't say everyone, but most of the princesses have a tree.
There's like an Alice in Wonderland.
There's an Alice in Wonderland tree. There is a villain's tree. There is there's just all kinds of trees. Dumbo, I think, has a tree down there.
They're debuting more.
I think there's a Star Wars tree debuting this year.
I think so. That's why they're having us out next week. Is it not yet? It's next week.
And something they're doing this year, which they haven't done in the past, because the ornaments on the trees are fantastic. They're actually going to sell at least one or two of the ornaments from every tree at a booth inside the tree trail, which of course it's a merchandise.
Yeah, like at the end of the tree trail, you're going to be able to buy your
There'll be a little
ornament.
shop to buy those ornaments that you may have seen walking through. So that's something, because we haven't seen those ornaments yet. We have no idea what those are going to be. So that is merchandise we will have pictures of after.
So you'll have to stay tuned and watch that, right?
That's right. We'll probably live feed, I'm sure, from there.
Yeah, because you know when I go to these things, I can't help but work and live feed like everything.
She doesn't enjoy
everything. I don't even. Sometimes when these events are over that they invite us to, when I get in the car, I'm like, okay, then I have to like take inventory in my head everything that I just did. Because
I just tell her go watch the video on Main Street Mouse and see.
No, because I get in work mode, and people who've been around me when it comes to work stuff is I can't shut it off. It's
no. What was it? Was it on Friday on the way to Spooky Empire? The news broke with the World of Disney, or new merchandise dropped.
You're gonna throw me under the bus?
I wasn't going to, but you just brought it up. I wasn't gonna say it like that, but now that you've brought it up, I was just gonna say news dropped, and because we didn't have a signal, she wasn't able to get it out as fast as she wanted to. But now that she brought it up that I was gonna throw her under the bus, she was just stressing out about it because she's like, I gotta get this out, and she just couldn't do it. But she threw herself under the bus. I did not. I was just going to say she was stressing about getting the info up.
Okay, so the real story is...
Now, go ahead and tell your story now. Pull a bit.
She
met Kathy and Jimmy.
I met Kathy and Jimmy.
God, this show's been a mess.
It's been a mess. I'm sorry. Maybe we should delete this when it's over. Okay, anyway, so when we were trying to get to the convention, we were busy trying to throw stuff in the car, and Lindsay's messaging me, new merchandise hit.
Well, we had to go.
Spade bags hit.
I had to go to the post office and drop off stuff to be shipped out, so we were in Celebration. Celebration
There's
has no Wi-Fi
in Celebration, none.
Or anything in Celebration, so we had no signal. So she's trying to work, and she can't because I had to go to Celebration. I had to go there in the bank, and she just was stressing out because nothing would go through until we got out of that area.
And I had the bright idea that I was going to put on these fun Halloween nails, right, for the weekend. I couldn't type anything with these stupid nails. So not only I had no signal, I have Lindsay sending me information. It's like, you know, early in the morning, and I'm like, she's on it, and I'm trying to do my end to be on it too, but I can't. I have no signal, and I have these stupid nails on, and I can't get my work done. It took me like 45 minutes to get a blog up. I mean, and I stress because I want, you know, I want to be first about things sometimes. And Lindsay will message me, she goes, look what I got, you're first, go. I'm like, okay, go, I'm going.
And 2 hours later, she gets it out.
And then I couldn't do it because I couldn't get a signal and I had crappy nails on.
We were first in that hour.
Yeah, well. So anyway, I stress when I can't get my work done efficiently.
Right.
Let's say that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you were
so
stressed out.
so
I wasn't gonna
that's
throw you
all
under the bus. You did that. Just saying.
Okay. Anyway.
So next. What do you got?
Only thing that we're running out of time.
Yeah.
So I figured. Got like 5 minutes. So somebody had asked me, I think it was Judy that asked me about the rumors about Jack Sparrow or Johnny Depp being replaced in the Pirates movie. And as Suzanne said earlier, Disney has not confirmed such a thing. It's kind of the rumor mill. But
I've seen on every major news outlet that Disney's gave him the
okay, but I've seen 2 different stories. One of them was that he was being recast. Another story was that they were going a reboot with new people.
Yeah, with new people. So I think Jack Sparrow's done. I think the Jack Sparrow storyline is done.
But I think if they try to reboot it, maybe a younger Jack, I think it'll bomb.
My real opinion, stop making pirate movies.
Yeah, leave it alone. Really, just leave it alone. I mean, I think the franchise itself is wonderful. I love the movies, except for number 4. I didn't really like that one. But I love the movies. I love the ride. I love the character of Captain Jack Sparrow. I think that some things are just better left alone.
It's like we were talking to a cast member over the weekend at Spooky who was there, and we were talking about how Disney just keeps pushing out movies and they need this time to stop.
Sometimes it's just better to stop.
And he agreed with me about Star Wars that stop it.
Just stop it.
You killed my friend. I don't even care about Star Wars anymore at all. I'm done with it. Just shut the franchise down. Star Wars Land, just tear it down and redo Marvel Land. Seriously, I don't even care.
Harsh.
No, I will not see the next movies that come out. I refuse.
He's bitter. Can you tell?
I still haven't seen Solo and I could care less.
Oh!
I seriously could care less.
Now we're being really harsh.
I'm just mad. They ruined something I grew up on and caring about.
Okay. Well, anyway, and
ruined it.
All right, stop it.
Okay.
So
no,
I like Pirates, and I really think that Pirates does not need to be tampered with whatsoever. And I think that some things are just good the way they are.
I agree. You can't keep going for the money grab. Let it go sometimes.
Yes.
Let it go down that people enjoy it.
Let it go.
The way it is. It's kind of like when they kept saying Hocus Pocus 2. You don't need a part 2. Part 1 is good and people rewatch it 1,000 times at Halloween time. Why do you need a part 2?
You don't. Speaking of, when I was talking to Kathy and Jimmy, somebody had asked about Hocus Pocus.
But Kevin agrees with me about Marvel Land, just saying.
Okay, I'll say that. I like the idea of Marvel Land and Heidi. I like the idea of Marvel Land because I like Marvel better than Star Wars.
Just give Universal the money, buy the rights, and just do it.
Okay. Anyway, somebody had asked her about Hocus Pocus 2, and she said that they would totally do it, but they don't want to ruin it. And they said maybe maybe them making a guest appearance.
You know what I think they should do? If they really want to do something, do a Hocus Pocus cartoons shorts.
What?
Of the witches doing little things as the cartoonish though, not as the actual actors in a movie. Do like a little shorts that show on Disney Channel. Why couldn't you do that?
Well, I suppose you could.
Just different little Halloween scenarios here and there.
Andrew's shaking his head no behind the camera.
I think we will.
Sometimes, remember you were just saying sometimes things are better left alone?
I don't think they should do another movie at all. I think another movie would be stupid.
No, another movie wouldn't work. We just like that traditional movie and movie that we know the words to and it's a tradition. It's like
they put a spell on you.
Yes. And I really, really, really love that movie. And did I tell you I met Kathy and Jimmy on Saturday?
Okay, so next we're gonna leave that over because Kathy is never gonna watch this video.
And they probably won't watch it next week. They're going to be like, she's lost her mind. You have to understand, we're really, really tired. Really, really tired. I don't think I slept but maybe 4 hours last night. Just tired. So anyway, okay. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. And
you want me to do it?
Sure.
If you've been to the site today, not Facebook, the actual site, you may have noticed there's a new banner up there by the TMSM banner for our Magical Vacation Planners MVP, what we call them. They are now the official travel sponsor of the Main Street Mouse.
Yes.
It's taken us a long time to find somebody we were both happy with. We took our time. We didn't want to rush and just have another sponsor up there. And we got to know the people who run MVP. We got to know some of their agents, and we've gotten to talk to other people in the Disney community who work with them. And we're bringing them on to be the official sponsor for our travel
needs. So
one exception though is the cruise for the TMSM cruise this year or for next year. David's Vacation Club is still handling all of that. So if you
and we still have David's on board
yes,
as well for
David
your Disney Vacation Club rentals.
Yes.
Now, MVP is going to handle the Disney specials that come out. You know, your
anything
Disney
to
World
Disneyland,
planning.
Disney World planning, Adventures by Disney. They do all that.
They do Universal trips. They do cruise sandals. They do other cruise lines.
Yes.
They do all kinds of things. So now we actually have somebody on board that can facilitate those requests.
And they're putting a team of people, of their reps that are going to handle the Main Street Mouse folks.
We have our own little group of people that will handle all our people's requests.
Exactly.
So,
that's a good way to say it.
Yes, their people are going to handle our people. So I think if you guys need any help with travel planning, quotes, whatever, MVP is the way to go. And Jamie and JJ, who own the agency, are wonderful people. Yeah. And we are very excited to be partnered up with them.
Yeah, we took a long time because we wanted to find the right agency to step in here, and that they kind of are the same way we are. They're coming in, they're not telling us how to do our job.
Nope.
We're not telling them how to do their job. That we're just going to partner up. They're going to take care of the travel needs you guys need, and that's it. They're going to let us know when specials are coming. They're going to keep us aware of things, but they are going to help with the Main Street Mouse getting bigger.
Yes,
it's one of the best.
It's all
best
about
parts.
growing the brand and growing together and taking things to the next level. And I think that we're about there. So there's a banner on our site for MVP. So if you have any travel questions, you please check them out. There's a form on that link to where you can fill out what exactly you're looking for, what kind of vacation.
Yeah, if you click on that link, it takes you to a landing page where you can fill out your request. That way they know what's coming from the Main Street Mouse, and that way it gets assigned to the right group to handle it.
Yes, because we have like we said, we have a specific group that's going to handle our Main Streeters. So
right, exactly.
It's a really good thing.
Exactly.
It's a really good thing, and we're really excited to be partnering with them. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I think that is it. I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween. Everybody.
Don't eat too much candy.
Don't eat too much candy, you know.
or from Hocus Pocus, I'll be like, I feel sick. She'll be like, well, you're poker. You ate all the candy.
And then I forgot about the book for a giveaway. We'll talk about it next week. Then.
No, we can talk about it really quick.
Okay, really quick.
We're doing we got to meet an artist this weekend. His name's Kyle Gentry. And he did this great book. He goes to Disney once a week, and he just sketches tourists.
He's a people watcher.
He's a people watcher, so he goes out there and he finds just a certain person and he sketches it. And so we got his book, and it's his book of tourists from Disney. So you see different tourists and their different things, and it's just kind of relate. I thought a lot of Michelle's "Don't Be That Guy at Disney" when I was looking through the book.
But in pictures.
But in pictures. He actually did pictures with it, so it's fantastic. So what we're going to do is, if you share this video to your feed, you'll be entered for a chance to win this book. Also, if you subscribe and get notified on our YouTube channel for the Main Street Mouse, you can also enter to win this book. So Kyle has already signed the book.
Yes, he has.
At the beginning of it.
Signed by the author. My Hocus Pocus sign.
Hocus Pocus just
darn
bit
it.
the dust. I guess that means Halloween is over.
Just about. So and then what's gonna fall on the replay because I can see it on the screen.
Yeah, it's about to drop.
It's about to drop.
It's about to drop. Two. Anyway.
I'm waiting for it. Anyway, he signed. There it goes. He signed the book, and this is to give away for our viewers. Yes. So all you have to do is if you share this feed, you are entered to win. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel
and get notifications,
you are entered to win. And then this time next week, next Monday night, we will announce who won this fantastic book.
And hopefully we can get this number up, because it seems like it's been down since we haven't given away a prize in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? I have to bribe you guys to watch and share. No.
What's it going to take?
What's it going to take?
Do I have to do the truffle shuffle?
No, please don't.
I'm not going to, but I'm just saying.
So
if I can get 500 people to watch, I might do the truffle shuffle.
Maybe. Okay. But anyway, it's a busy week. It's Halloween week. So anyway.
That's true.
And I guess that's it. So happy Halloween, boo to you, and all that good stuff. And you want to do the rundown?
I'll do the rundown. So if you're on Facebook, you're already following us at The Main Street Mouse, but that's also our tag on Instagram. So you can follow us on Instagram at The Main Street Mouse. On Twitter, it's just Main Street Mouse, and on YouTube, The Main ST Mouse. You can also follow her on Instagram, Cinderella4, or myself, TMSM_Avenger. You can follow all our antics in Central Florida. You never know. We're obviously going to be going to a Christmas store here in the next week or so. So you'll be able to see that next week with the tree trail, the Christmas party.
And Lost Princess Apparel is on Instagram and Facebook too. We have a group for Lost Princess Apparel on Facebook as well. And we're going to be talking about new Christmas designs because I know a lot of you guys are ready for the Christmas party. I'm going to be showing some of the merchandise next week of our new Christmas stuff, and some of it is like Christmas, like Mickey heads and stuff. So you guys will want to.
You're gonna love it. And there's I heard there might be a Christmas castle print.
Maybe. So you'll have to check back next week. So I guess that's it.
Anyway, I guess we're done.
Okay, happy Halloween,
Happy Halloween, guys. Have a great week. Be safe.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.